So if the majority of the population don't really read or read less, would that country become dumber in general?
Yes. That's what studies have shown. Why do people in America read? Because everybody's reading. They got the reading culture. But in our Asian culture, Malaysia, Thailand, we talk. We got the oral culture. And suddenly, heart attack, we die. All our good ideas go 6 feet under. That's the problem. Actually, there are diamonds of ideas all 6 feet under. In Malaysia, in Thailand, in Asia. But who writes? You see, I go to, my hobby is reading. I go to, when I'm free at the airport, when I'm waiting, I read the best birds in Malaysia, the best buildings in Malaysia. Who is the author? An American. Because they have the culture of reading. You look in Japan, more are reading. Because you like 7-Eleven, 24 hours. You have bookshops open 24 hours. And that should be the culture. Libraries must be open on a Sunday, on a Saturday, not on a Monday, not on when you're working.
So as long as we read, that's fine. Newspapers, internet, just anything, but keep on reading.
Of course,
that's sufficient enough.
Yes, because that will, not sufficient enough, that will encourage you to read other materials. The moment you start reading newspapers, the moment you start reading newspapers, you get knowledge, there is a tendency for you to read other materials.
In Malaysia, do you have an extensive network of libraries, public libraries?
Yes.
People can just borrow for
books.
free?
No problem, yes. In every state, they have libraries. We have mobile libraries also to go into rural areas to promote reading.
Is it a national policy of Malaysia to encourage people to read?
It is. Through the Ministry of Education, it's a national policy. Firstly, to make sure that 100% of the population is literate. We get people from all walks of life. My driver, my clerk, my officers, my teachers, my lecturers, my undergraduate students, my postgraduate students, they all will read. So I have people in charge for each group, and then they will get books for them. Of course, there's cost involved. So we get them books, of the same books they read. Once a week they come and they discuss. So for undergraduate, maybe related to academic, but it's not an academic book, but related to academic. Maybe a story about somebody, a student who's very frustrated going to university, a student who's chosen a wrong option. He wanted to major journalism, but he did English, for example.
Right.
What is his life? So maybe the students also tell, oh, I also like, you know what I mean? So we try to get that kind. It's very successful. And why my clerks, why my driver? So that when he goes home, he will also read. And his children will also read. Because reading is taught. Because we need reading models. So now after 1 year, my driver comes and tells me, my clerk tells me, my children are reading. Because I'm reading at home.
But Singapore has an extensive network of libraries across the country, right?
Yes.
This must be one of the keys to the success.
Yes. So we have 24 outlets now, and we also have the mobile library. So the mobile library reach out to the disadvantaged home. They will bring the library to the doorstep to bring, and then they also at the same time have storytelling for the children.
Does the internet as well as gadgets like iPhones or iPads actually encourage or discourage reading?
So it's encourage reading. Now we can download the short story in the iPhone, iPad, and then with that, I have recently I have an interview in the TV also. So we talk about tradition books and mobile read, and we get some undergrad young Singaporean to come and talk. They told us that, in fact, if you have all these books in the library or what, they won't read. But now they download, you can download in the mobile phone. They have been reading. They have read all my short story. So I encourage them to start online reading clubs.
What is the National Kids Read program?
Oh, this Kids Read programs is the children from low-income family. So with that, we get volunteer to tell story to them weekly. So there's a 1-hour program. First half an hour, the volunteer will tell story. After that, they will divide them into small group, 3 to 5, and they have word games, individual reading. So we hope that through this program, this weekly program for a year, they come every week, and we have reading programs, reading activities to cultivate their reading habits from young, so that if they don't need to go and attend outside enrichment classes, but these are the program free for them, and we hope that the parents will bring them. Normally, these parents from low-income family, they are not aware of the importance of reading, and also they also don't have the time to bring them for different enrichment classes. With this, we have very good testimony. Children from low-income family, when they first started, they don't speak English at all. After 1 year, when I attend the graduation, they all speak and they enjoy. They read more, and previously they do not read. And during the graduation, we asked them, you want to introduce to your friend? They said, don't want, I want to carry on in the kids' race. They enjoy.
When we say let's read more, does reading just mean read anything? Novels, books?
Yes.
Newspapers?
Yes. Actually, when we have workshop for parents, we get parents not only books, they can read newspapers, sign language, all this. Everywhere you can read. You create a reading environment, cultivate the reading habit. Then at home, the parents also read, set a good reading example.
For children, I understand that it can stimulate the development of the brain. But for adults, some people might question, why do we still need to continue reading? I can read, that's enough.
So actually, reading, we see that you have to discover the joy of reading. And the joy of reading, not only reading alone, when you come together for discussion, is the joy of sharing, and you learn from one another. I can see that if I don't experience a reading club, I won't be able to tell you. For all these years' experience, people, when I first approach a person, he said, oh, I don't have time. After that, I said, come together to read and share. They start a sharing session. After the sharing, they carry on coming again. Because when I read, I just see the story, this is what I interpret, okay, that's it. I just put it one side. But when you come together to share, you will realize that there are so many things that I did not realize that I can learn from this author, at the same time learn from my friends who share. You share your point, we share our point.
For adults?
Yeah, for adults. Normally we get, let's say the club, this is the author. If we invite the author to come, normally we don't tell them the author is here.
Right.
After the sharing, the author will come out. And then the author usually tell the audience, say that, oh, I was surprised when I write this story, I never thought of so many things that people can share, can learn. But with the group discussion, with the group sharing, we discover a lot of things and we learn from one another. This is the joy of reading, learning and bonding together.
For adults, what do they get out of reading?
Oh, widen their knowledge, and also to them is really open the horizon of life. A lot of things that they did not realize that they can do in this way. And you learn from one another. So this is not only the story, the life experience is a very good learning experience for all.
Not only can reading enrich a person's life, but can also help transform a country into a knowledge-based society. Next week, we'll take a look at the experiences of the Philippines and Indonesia. For now, pick a book and enjoy reading. สวัสดีค่ะ